we can have national voting, and that means get rid of the Electoral College and every vote.
I think that I'm open to the discussion. I mean, there's no question that the popular vote has been diminished in terms of making the final decision about who's the president of the United States, and we need to deal with that.
Would you support getting rid of the Electoral College?
Absolutely. It's got to go.
I myself have always been for lowering the voting age to 16. I think it's really important to capture kids when they're in high school, when they're interested in all of this.
What if there were 5 justices selected by Democrats, 5 justices selected by Republicans, and those 10 then pick 5 more justices independent of those who chose the first 10?
Just a small glimpse of how radical, out of touch this new crop of 2020 Democrats have become. All right, joining us now to talk about that much more is the great one. I call him. He's the host of Life, Liberty, Levin, #1 show, 10 p.m. Sundays right here on Fox and Levin TV. You know, Mark, you look at our framers, you go back to 1787, and this is your wheelhouse. 16-year-olds to vote. They want to stack the Supreme Court with activist justices, and let's get rid of the Electoral College so New York and New Jersey, Illinois, and California will elect every president going forward. Dying to get your reaction in that and the new Green Deal.
You know, Sean, this is one of the reasons I oppose legalizing pot, because obviously we have a problem on Capitol Hill. Look, the greatest threat to our Constitution and economic system isn't any foreign power. It's the Democrat Party. It's the leftists within the Democrat Party, because they use our liberty and our Constitution to destroy our liberty and our Constitution. And they're very good at it. Look at this. You named some of them. They want to destroy the Electoral College. Now, what would that mean? Why do we have an Electoral College? We have an Electoral College, and why do I have to explain this to people who want to run for president of the United States? Because there were states which had smaller populations that were not going to join the Union if the most populous states were going to control the entire country. We have an Electoral College that keeps peace in this nation. We have a farm belt that's less populated than urban areas. We have an energy sector that's less populated than urban areas. We don't want to be ruled by New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago. We should all have a role in this. We are a republic. We are not a democracy. We're not a mobocracy. And what you see here, these aren't people running in the Democrat Party. They're running under the mob party. They want to get rid of the Electoral College. Well, how do they intend to... just think about this. If they want to get rid of the Electoral College, you have to amend the Constitution. You only need 13 states to say no. You think there's 13 states that will say no? I think there's 20 states that will say no. So they're absolute illiterates when it comes to the Constitution. They want to pack the Supreme Court. Now, we tried this. Franklin Roosevelt tried it. You know who stopped them? His own vice president and the Democrat Party. They want to pack the Supreme Court. Why? Because they want to fix the outcome. They want to fix the outcome of elections. They want to fix the outcome of court decisions. This is very good banana republic of the Democrat Party. They want to allow illegal aliens to vote. Well, why wait for them to come 1,000 miles into the United States? Why don't we send absentee ballots to 7 billion people all over the world? Tell them you don't need to struggle to get to the United States. You can just vote in our elections. They want to lower the voting age to 16. Why not lower it to 12 or 14 or 15? How stupid is that? I mean, they raised the age for booze. They raised the age for cigarettes to 21. But at 16, you're going to help pick our president? Why are they doing that? Because they indoctrinate all these kids in high school and so forth, and they know how they're going to vote Democrat. Every decision they make or everything they espouse is about power, controlling power. Do you think if we had 1 million illegal immigrants coming across the border and 75% of them one day become United States citizens who would vote Republican, do you think they would want to secure the southern border? You bet they would. They'd have sniper towers all over the place. They don't want Republicans coming into this country. The Second Amendment. Now we have a knucklehead running for president who says we should actually start to confiscate weapons. The First Amendment, they call this voter reform, where they want to take away free speech. Now, we're only 3 or 4 weeks into this election, and the kooks are in full display. What about our economy? Nationalize energy. Nationalize energy. We're finally energy independent, and they want to destroy it. Nationalize health care, single payer. Wealth tax, 70 to 90% marginal tax rate. a VAT tax, free college, guaranteed minimum income from birth, guaranteed federal job, 3 months of taxpayer-financed family leave, expand Social Security while the trustees say it's bankrupt in 2034. That's the genius Bernie Sanders, by the way. Eliminate existing border fences. That's Beto O'Rourke right there. Eliminate ICE. Reinstate the Iran nuclear deal. Cut military funding. And while we're at it, impeach the president, indict the president's children, and let's go ahead and impeach Associate Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh. That is quite a policy plan that the Democrats have, and we're only 3 or 4 weeks into this.
Mark, you did forget one thing, and I never like to correct you because you're always right. During birth and after birth abortion.
Oh, right.
Deliver the baby.
You're right.
Make sure the baby's comfortable, then let the mother decide. Wow. Did you ever think in all your years you would hear this, even be all these things you mentioned, ever being seriously discussed? At like 100 Democrats in Congress supporting this and 2020 candidates.
Listen to how crazy these people are. We're going to eliminate straws to save the whales, but infanticide of human beings is a right, a choice between a mother and a doctor. No, it's not. I just want to say one thing before we go to the President of the United States. Thank you. Thank you for being a statesman. What you've done in Israel will be remembered for 1,000 years. The Golan Heights, moving the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, taking on the terrorists in Hamas and the Palestinian Liberation Organization office you closed and the PLA, shredding the Iran deal, which was a threat to the United States as well as our allies, the Gulf Arab states and the Israelis too. I mean, honestly, we have 4 Democrats running for president: Elizabeth Warren, Julian Castro, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris. None of them will speak at AIPAC, which is a moderate left-of-center organization that supports Israel. That's how hardcore the Democrats have become anti-Israel. And when they have an anti-Semite among them, they can't even pass a resolution specifically condemning the anti-Semite by name. And yet, the number 3 Democrat in the House of Representatives, yet again in that party, compared the President of the United States to Adolf Hitler. This is a sick party. These are sick people running for President of the United States. There's no other explanation for this.
Mark Levin, we've missed you for 3 months. Please come back a little more regularly. Amazing commentary tonight. Thank you for that.